sumagot ka ng totoo, ha? Pwede kita ipakulong dito, ha? Sumagot ka ng totoo, ha? Pwede kita ipakontempt dito at ikukulong kita dito.
Yes, sir.
Ha?
Yes, Sir Honor.
Sumagot ka ng totoo. Paano mo nakilala si Mayo?
Colonel?
Your Honor, nirecommend ko lang po kasi kailangan po.
Kaya nga, nirecommend niyo po. Paano po siya nirecommend? Saan po siya galing bago ma-handpick niyo para
Base po
sumama
sa, base po sa nakalista kasi doon lang po kasi ang pinipili.
Kaya nga po kayo pipili. Ano kayo pumipili?
Actually po, nirecommend ko po siya kasi nga,
Kaya nga po, hindi siya recommend ko, hindi siya kilala, di ba? Kasi yung posisyon ni Mayo ay sensitive, di po ba? So you will not recommend any person whatsoever sa isang sensitive position kung hindi mo siya kapakayang panindigan, kung hindi mo siya kilalang kilala. Kilalang kilala mo siya, mapagkakatiwalaan mo siya, di po ba? So saan po siya galing bago po daw napunta sa grupo nyo?
siya lang po yung,
Ano po, sa alam nyo?
siya lang po yung nakilala ko nung nandun sa listahan. At
Kaya nga po, bago nyo po siya i-recommend, ano sumagot niyo sa ulit?
Sumagot ka ng totoo, ha? Pwede kita ipakulong dito, ha? Sumagot ka ng totoo, ha? Pwede kita ipakontempt dito at ikukulong kita dito.
yes, Sir.
Ha?
Yes, Sir Honor.
Sumagot ka ng totoo. Paano mo nakilala si Mayo?
Nakasama ko po siya sa Manila, Your Honor.
Nakasama mo sa Manila.
Yes, Sir Honor.
Anong ginagawa ni Mayo doon?
Dati po kaming nasa PCP sa Station 2 na assign, Your Honor.
Station 2.
Yes, Sir Honor.
So in other words, matagal na kayo magkakilala. Alam mo ng karakas nito, alam mo ng balahibo nito.
Way back, Your Honor, nung PU1 pa
Kasi pakisagot lang, sir. Di ba? Do you agree? Kasi balik tayo doon sa sinabi ko, hindi ka mag-recommend ng isang tao na maging kasama mo sa grupo na mabibigyan ng sensitive position kung hindi mo talaga lubusang kilala. Na mababouch mo na itong tao, itong epektibo at magaling at malinis. Tama? Kasi
Yes, sir.
sabi mo pa, way back PCP pa. PCP day. So ibig sabihin, mahaba ng pinagsamahan nyo. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor.
So ibig sabihin, alam mong karakas nito.
Yes, Your Honor.
So don't tell me, nung pagdating sa pagsampa niya doon sa grupo ninyo, saka pa lang siya naging tiwali. Ibig sabihin, dating may record na itong tiwali, na alam mo na you brought him there because meron kayong niluluto o meron kayong planong lulutuin. Ganun lang po yon ang logic doon. Kasi sir, di ba, bago ka recommend ng tao, gumagawa ka ng vetting, pag-iimbestiga. In this case, you don't need to investigate Mayo because you know him from several years ago.
Your Honor, at ang tinitingnan ko po is yung kakayahan niyang magtrabaho.
No, sir.
Yun
I
po.
don't. No, I beg to disagree. Hindi po sa kakayahan. Kasama po sa karakter, sa pagkatao. Kasi po, droga ang pinag-uusapan dito. Kung ako nga sa'yo, dapat pinadrug test mo muna. Did you do that?
Lahat po kami, Your Honor, nag-undergo ng drug test. Saka,
Kasi dapat, Mr. Chair, ang recommend ko mula ngayon, lahat ng mga opisyal na papasok sa drugs, magkakaroon ng posisyon sa anti-drugs, dapat lie detector test, background checking, tapos drug test, hair follicle test, etc. Para masiguro na malinis sila. And then do it periodically. After a year or so, another test na naman. Hindi yung kasi yung drug test na sinasabi mo, naiwasan po yun. You know better. Ano po, ang hiniling ko, yun yung mga hair follicle test na months na matitrace back. And then kasama na dyan, yung background investigation, Your Honor. Yung pagkatao nila, yung karakter, hindi yung kakayahan. Oo nga, may kakayahan siya manghuli kasi nga, sanay siya manghuli dap. Talagang magaling siya manghuli, may kakayahan siya manghuli. However, yung pagkatao niya, yung karakter niya, yun, hindi mo ginawa yun. Maybe, Your Honor, maybe, just maybe he's telling the truth. Then, in this case, he's telling the truth, wala talaga siya alam, he's a weak leader. Then if he's a weak leader, wala kang kakayahan para dyan sa posisyon mo, tanggalin mo na yung mga, dekorasyon sa uniforme.
I don't think he's a weak leader, Your Honor.
Dalawa lang kasi yun, kasi tinitan niya. To give him the benefit of the doubt, para maging patas tayo. Maaring nga nasabi siya ng totoo. Okay, for the sake of argument, he's telling the truth na inosente siya. Okay, kung inosente ka, then I would say, you're a very weak leader. And if you're a weak leader, you don't deserve the position. Bakit ka pa naging colonel? Therefore, sana, kung hindi ka man makulong, sana wag ka na mabigyan ng posisyon, sensitive position forever. Kung ako po sana, sa janitorial services po kayo ng PNP, pwede siguro, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. I agree with you. I ran out of questions pagdating sa ganitong bagay.
Hindi, kasi Mr. Chair,
Mag-evaporate lahat.
kasi yung mga, the people is as good as the leader. Kung magaling ang leader, ginagalang ang leader ng mga tauhan niya, especially sa PNP at sa military, matino yung mga tao. Pag loko-loko yung leader, loko-loko din yung mga tao because they will not respect the leader. Because alam nila, itong leader namin gumagawa ng kalokohan, ba't di kami gagawa ng kalokohan? Totoo po yan. Matatakot sila. So therefore, sir, dalawang nga lang po sinasabi ko, ulitin ko, it's either you're guilty or not guilty. O para naman, sabi mo kami, kahit paano marunong tumingin ng patas. O pag maaaring nagsabi siyang totoo na inosente siya, malinis siya. O tatanggapin mo ba na you're a weak leader kung ikaw ay malinis? Kasi nalusutan ka. Dalawa lang yan. Pag guilty ka, then sabi mo guilty ako. Ngayon, hindi pa ako guilty pero therefore weak leader ka. You admit?
In that situation, Your Honor, pwede sigurong weak leader.
Okay. So, therefore, you don't deserve your position. Yun po ang ibig sabihin. So, next time siguro, ito sa lahat ng law enforcement agencies na mag-involve sa drugs, yung mga tauhan, sana, Your Honor, i-recommend natin, katakot-takot na background check. Tapos katakot-takot na yung drug test, lie detector test. Di po ba? And then isasalin ngayon, and then after a year or two, mag-undergo ulit ng the same process para malaman na baka nagbago na ba o hindi pa rin. Diba?
And let this be a lesson to be learned by the PNP and also with the PDEA. Yung ginagawa niyo reprojection. Look what happened. Mali talaga yung ginawa niyo, reproject niyo. You are retiring. Benji, you are retiring.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ili Cruz, you are retiring.
Yes, sir.
So, high ranking dito na maiwan, General Karamat, kailan ka mag-retire?
Next year po, sir.
Next year. Mag-retire si Chief PNP ngayon. Malaki po yung tsansa mo na ikaw ang papalit, maging Chief PNP. Kaya let this be a lesson to be learned by you. Kasama ka sa pag-reproject dahil ikaw nga ang nag-recommend kay Ibanez, di ba? Ang gusto nating gagawin doon is magamit sila for accomplishment pero nangyari, masama ang nangyari. Si Ibanez, si Mayo nakuna ng isang tuniladang shabu ay hindi katanggap-tanggap. Kaya huwag na natin gawin yung reprojection. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir, but I'm just following orders from my superiors.
Alam ko.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
You're just following orders na i-reject mo ito.
My representation is now ready, sir. So, to make it clear, sir. So, if you can still recall, Mr. Chairman, sir, tinawagan ko po kayo, sir, ng New Year dahil ini-implicate ako na ang boss ni Ibanez at saka si Mayo ay ako. Kaya nga umiiyak ako New Year, tumawag ako sa inyo, sir.
Alam ko masama ang loob mo
Yes, sir.
at kuwan lang, ayoko nang dagdagan yung sama ng loob mo kasi namatay pa yung misis mo on that panahon na yun po. Hindi ko hindi natin i-take up yan. Bakit namatay yung asawa mo? Tama na yun. But alam ko galit na galit ka rin sa pangyayari. Nagamit ka lang dahil may instruction sa'yo. But let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson talaga. Huwag na kayong mag-reproject ng tao. There's nothing wrong in giving people a second chance. But yun nga lang, you are trading at very rope kapag ganun. ibabalik mo sa dating gawi yung tao. Hindi mo natin sinasabi na wala na pag-asa magbagong buhay yung mga tao na yan, yung nasa watchlist natin. But then again, marami. Marami na sa watchlist na nagbagong buhay, ha? You agree with me? Di ba?
Your Honor.
They're performing very well.
Yes, sir.
Ha? You want me to give you an example?
No more, sir. Yes,
Huh?
sir.
Sige, ako, I am very proud to look at the development of this person.
Yes, sir.
Ha? Bigyan kita example.
Yes, sir.
Si General Paul Labra. Ha? Nadawit siya, nasama siya sa listahan doon sa watchlist because of association. Nasama siya. Pero ngayon, tingnan mo. That is, naging provincial director ng panahon ko. Naging provincial director siya ng Hulo. Hulo. He's performed very well. Napaka-snappy na official yan. Naging, kuhan pa siya, naging police attaché siya sa Malaysia. Ang mga Malaysian doon, very high regard sa kanya. Napakagaling na official daw, very professional. Ngayon, sana siya? RD ng Caraga. Hinahangaan ko yung kanyang reform. Dahil nga, nasama siya doon sa watchlist, pero nagbago siya. Kaya I highly commend his transformation. Being nasa watchlist ngayon ay napakagaling na opisyal. Hindi natin pwede isara ang chance na magbago yung tao. Pero in the case of Mayo at in the case of Ibanez, kung hindi ka kasama doon sa ginagawang kalokohan ni Mayo na bata mo, nagbubulag-bulagan ka lang ba o talagang nabulag ka sa ginawa ni Mayo, then magkuhan ka, mag-soul searching ka. What if yung druga ni Mayo na isang tumilada napunta yun sa anak mo, nagamit ang anak mo? You have to have soul searching sa'yo. May pamilya ka rin, may anak ka rin na pwedeng maging biktima nitong droga. So, sarado na ang kaso. Si Kwan lang, si Mayo lang talagang naakusahan at saka yung Tadero, ha? Dalawa lang sila nakasuhan out of that 996 kilos.
Yes, Sir Honor. Right after the filing of the case against Sergeant Mayo, no less than the Deputy Chief PNP went to our headquarters in Pidig and instructed us to cease and desist from further investigations because the Chief PNP had already created a special investigation task group which Pidig was excluded. So hindi na po kasama, sir, yung SITG na, sir.
Could you give us an update yung Special Investigation Task Group na ginagawa ninyo? Please, General Eli Cruz.
Sir, good afternoon, sir, to the Honorable Committee. The Special Investigation Task Group was initiated upon the recommendation of the Director of PDEG to the GPNP that there should be a higher level of investigation to be conducted surrounding the recovery of this 990 kilograms of shabu, and which I headed the investigation, which started last October last year.
Ano ng update?
And because the main reasons here, the reason why we conducted investigation is because there was unaccounted 42 kilograms of shabu, which is believed to be part of this 990 kilos. And these 42 kilograms were actually recovered in front of the building of the Public Safety Mutual Benefit Fund Incorporated, located along Santolan Road, outside of the Camp Crame.
So what's your findings?
And although what we gathered, as far as evidence is concerned, are all circumstantial evidence because there was a revelation. Initially, the PDEG conducted their own investigation and they found out that they were able to secure a CCTV in front of the WPD premises where the 990 kilos were recovered. And they have seen, and it was even initially shared to us by the director of PDEG, a shortened or splice of a CCTV showing that there was people loading bag of something to the vehicle. That
Were you able to identify these people?
yes, sir.
Sino-sino yun?
Sir, when we are, actually sir, yung ating SITG, we're able to reach 19 times of case conferences. And paliwanag ko lang sir kung sino yung mga members ng SITG because this is a higher level SITG in the history of the PNP, wherein the director of the IDM was the task group commander. And my deputy task group commander was no less than the director of CIDG, the director of legal service, the director of internal affairs service, the director of anti-cybercrime group, the director of highway patrol group, the director of intelligence group, and the deputy director for operation and the executive officer of the director for intelligence. So I just would like to emphasize, sir, that personally, lahat kami dito who investigated this case are talagang tinutukan namin ito ng gusto. And during the course of our investigation, we were able to secure the whole footages of the CCTV. Mula nung nakarating sila sa WPD hanggang matapos hanggang gabi. At nakita namin, sir, hindi lang pala isang sasakyan ang nag-load dito. Meaning to say, when we are focusing on the date, the particular time sa CCTV footage, na ipasok na namin yung ibig sabihin sir, na-analyze na namin before, during, and after ang nangyari sa harap mismo ng WPD establishment. And initially, sir, the information was relayed to us that this the three PNCOs of PDEG, identified as Police Staff Master Sergeant Jerwin Rebosora, Police Staff Master Sergeant Roman Jimenez, and Police Master Sergeant Lorenzo Catarata, who are involved in this unaccounted 30 kilograms of shabu ang reported, sir, as revealed to police reported 990 kilograms. Ibig sabihin, sir, yung kaninang pinag-usapan nyo kanina, there is a possibility na may nakuha before they declare the actual operation. So, initially nga, sir, ang aming pagkakaalam ng PDEG ay ayun dito kay Rebosora, meron nga daw 30 kilograms na itinabi. But there was a coordination between the PDEG and this team na kailangan maibalik ito. And ang initial coordination, sir, they are going to abandon itong items na ito na 30 kilograms in a vehicle. At yun nga nangyari, pinuntahan ng PDEG at kinuha yung doon sa loob ng abandoned na sasakyan sa harap mismo ng PSMBFI yung mga items na ito. And then brought to Camp Crame. When they were accounting, hindi lamang ito 30 kilograms. 42 kilograms. So doon sir nag-start ang focus, ang investigation ng ating SITG.
42 kilograms.
Yes sir.
Eh, mabuti naman at binalik.
Yes sir.
Sir.
So,
Saan si Rebusora? Halika dito. Sino ba yun? Rebusora? Yung tatlo na yun.
Police Staff Master Sergeant Jerwin Rebosora, Police Staff Master Sergeant Roman Jimenez, and Police Master Sergeant Lorenzo Catarata.
Naupo kayo dito. Saan yung isa? Dalawa lang ito. Kata Rebusura ka. Si ikaw, Katarata. Isa. Rebusura, Katarata, at saka si Okay, dito, huwag kayo matakot. Huwag kayo matakot. Pag-usapan natin ito para maayos natin yung procedure niyo dyan. Paano natin maiwasan yung inference ng mga ebidensya. Dito kayo. Sino yung isa?
Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
for the information, sir, yung isa po, sir, nag-resign, allegedly. So we're just confirming, sir, yung status ng isa, sir.
Okay, so nag-resign.
Yes, sir.
Hindi na nag-intend ng retirement. Nag-resign
No
talaga.
more, sir. Yes, sir.
Nag-take out na kayo? Ganon na kayo kanya? About you, Katarata. Ganon kayo? Take out na, okay. Thank you.